very small airplane made in
19, whatever
yeah,
year it was.
From there up to then, yeah.
So how old is Harry? And
And so I had the new ones and the old ones and what they would cost new, what they would cost used now. And
so how old, what year are we talking? If you're born in 44?
Grandpa was born in 37.
37. Okay, so maybe we're talking about 1950?
I guess I'm not figuring it.
Would you have been 10 when you were doing this with him?
Yeah,
So 1947 maybe?
probably.
You have a magazine of all the airplanes built in the U.S.
Well, even worldwide, small airplanes. Small airplanes, what they cost new, what they're selling for now. How high they flew, how fast they flew, what the cruising speed was, and takeoff, you know, how many feet runway they needed to take off. And, yeah.
Were you imagining what this would be like to own, or was it just...
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
No question.
So you're absolutely dreaming about
Yes,
this one day
yes.
being your
Oh,
life.
we're gonna fly.
You both had that decision.
Yes,
Really?
yes. And I
You can
started, you
burn
know.
that, Tommy.
Yeah.
Apple burn.
I started when I
Paintbrush
was
will
in
burn.
1W
Yeah.
and took 2 flight lessons, and they were flying a J3 Piper Cub, you know, a little. Took us, you know, for an hour flying, took us, seemed like a half hour to climb up to high enough to do our flying. And then I realized I'm not going to be able to afford that at my, you know, the income I'm making.
Right.
I'll have to wait until I've got a better job. And then I got I did take ground flying, didn't I? Whatever the
Hickory?
public college is there.
Caldwell.
Not Caldwell. What's-
Catawba?
No, what's the? All our kids have gone there. Our Mason's gone there now.
Catawba CVCC.
CVCC.
You took flight classes there?
No, it's ground school.
Ground school there
Yeah. You know, learning.
to learn the basics.
Yeah. And then I started getting my Wednesday afternoon was my afternoon off, you know, from work.
Right.
So that's what I made arrangements to do. Went out to the airport. After, you know, in the afternoon in July, I think, or something like that. Miriam wouldn't let me take lessons until I'd passed the ophthalmology boards.
Oh, okay.
And
So this was soon after arriving in Hickory?
yeah, well, yeah, year maybe after it or something like that.
Okay.
But anyway, go out there in July and it's 100 degrees. It seemed like 110 on the blacktop. And then you have to spend 10 minutes walking around the airplane, checking all the different
Safety maneuvers.
safety things.
Uh-huh.
So then you get in and then take off and fly. And the cursed instructor I had smoked while we're flying.
What happened? What happened, Grandpa?
The guy who was teaching him
The
how
guy
to
who was teaching me
fly.
how to fly was a smoker.
And he couldn't open the windows, of course, right? So he's like trapped in a small airplane.
Open that window.
He's in an airplane.
And I came home from that sicker than a dog.
I got it.
Stopped on the way home and vomited.
Mm.
Came home and went straight from a bed. Miriam thought I was going to die. So,
Did everyone, do you think that happened to everybody?
no.
Were you air sick and
Oh, yeah.
I mean combined with the heat, combined with the I
yeah,
mean that's a
air-
terrible combination.
Grandpa,
Yeah, I got air sick up
you
there.
are crazy if you keep on doing this,
Doing what?
trying to learn how to fly, but it made him sick every time he got in the airplane and went up in the sky. And then he would be so sick that he'd have to take a day to recover. Goodness sakes alive.
Anyway, I decided to wait for cooler weather. And I never got started again.
So, do you think you would have been airsick had it not been for the heat and the
I
the
don't know,
smoking?
you know, I'm like the rest of the family, prone to get sick. But,
Right.
not necessarily because I flew with Harry a few times. And,
Grandpa, these birds are so smart. When I came up with
I
the
didn't get
laser,
sick, yeah.
the two flew away.